Welcome back to Wake Up Charlotte Weekend. You know, the weather is cooling down as we take a look at Lake Norman. I am, licking my wounds, as the folks say, because of that game last night. I'm still wearing sort of garnet, got my red on for the Gamecocks. I mean, I'll give it to you, Brittany. You can have this one.
Well, I think it's sweet that we matched, though, we coordinated.
Yeah.
You told me you were wearing red this morning. I knew orange would clash, so I wore the blue.
Very kind of you.
Well, we're
to
also
not rub it in my face.
We also look patriotic.
Yeah.
You also know that I missed the game because I was asleep on NyQuil last night, so it's fine.
And well, you looked great yesterday. You look great today. I'm glad you're feeling a little better.
I think that you always look great too. The weather looks better today.
This is good.
I mean, it is cooler, but it still overall is a better start to the day. In Sugar and Beach Mountain, at those highest elevations, often when we have some of that leftover moisture, it doesn't always look great. Sugar Mountain out there right now, the camera, I guess, decided to pause, but it was looking a little bit breezy earlier this morning, and that's as the storm system is moving through the area. You can actually see some of those highest wind gusts, 44 in Jefferson, in the 30s in Boone. This is why the mountains are under a wind advisory through the rest of our Sunday. This is because of those winds gusting potentially upwards of 50 miles per hour. Now, if you live in the mountains at those highest elevations, you're thinking, Brittany, 30s and 40s. It's not too bad. Yes, you're very used to that, especially this time of year, but at those higher elevations, definitely could cause some branches, things like that to come down, especially after the rain that we had yesterday. Gusts in the mountains are going to peak highest this morning and then eventually go down as we hit the afternoon. And speaking of the mountains, we were looking at the Boone King Street camera, and it looks like there was some patchy drizzle a few hours ago, picking up on that a little bit in a few spots. You can kind of see some of this moisture here on satellite. Doesn't look like it's actively happening, but some slick spots certainly possible on the roadways. That's mainly for areas north of the I-40 corridor. Not actively raining, though, as we look across the rest of the Piedmont. And really the best chance to see any kind of moisture lingering across the area today will be for those areas in the mountains and northern foothills. But locally, our winds are certainly not going to be gusting into the 30-mile-per-hour range, but it will be gusting at about 15 to 25 at a maximum. This is going to be one of those days where you definitely need some extra hairspray, needing to tie that hair back. I don't think it'll be enough to topple the trash can over all the way down the street, but maybe into your neighbor's yard. So you may want to put those trash cans out a little bit later on in the day, but it's also going to contribute to just overall the day feeling a little bit cooler. And that's because as we bring in those breezy conditions, our high temperatures are also going to be a little bit lower. We're only maxing out into the mid 60s this afternoon. This is about 7 to 8 degrees cooler than where we typically are this time of year. So it certainly will feel like fall. So any kind of fall-like activities will be good to go. More clouds this afternoon, but we are still starting off with a mostly sunny sky. So know that we will start off with a lot of sunshine, but we will mix in those clouds again by the second half of the day. But we certainly will see more sunshine than we had yesterday, as those clouds really struggled to break into the afternoon hours. We're going to have the same kind of situation on Monday, as once again temperatures will only reach the lower 60s. That'll be the coolest day of the afternoon by the landslide as we enter the early half of the work week. Upper 60s possible by Tuesday and a few spots, lower 70s Wednesday, Thursday. Looks to track our next storm system, our potentially even nor'easter system by the end of this upcoming work week and into next weekend, but it does look like things should start to dry out relatively quickly. Anytime that we see even a minor chance for showers, especially as we're still under those drought conditions, it is a positive thing this time of year.